Okay, welcome to this section where I'm going to be showing you how we can get data from the very popular site Fbref.com. And the great thing about this site is that it is a different type of data. Really, this is all aggregated data. So it comes in, if you go to any different page, any different site, they're all going to be in basically these tables like this, which makes it really good for data analysis. It's very familiar for scraping data. We're scraping tables. It's already aggregated for us. So the hard part about Fbref is they do not necessarily love when they get blasted by a bunch of scrapers, and they've been a very popular site to scrape. And so what they've done is they've gone and implemented something called Cloudflare, which is just anti-bot mechanisms. It's basically trying to just slow and block scrapers from accessing their site. So what I'm going to show you today is how you can kind of get around that and how we can still respectfully scrape this site and get and use this data for our analysis. So the first thing we're going to do, let's head over to a Jupyter notebook. And what we're going to be using is a tool called Selenium. So Selenium basically allows us to encode control a web browser. So we can control a Google Chrome, and that is going to allow us to go from page to page and gather the data from each page that we visit. So what we're going to do is you need to first install a package if you haven't already, or if you've never installed this. And it's called Undetected Chrome Driver. It just helps. It's basically a version of Selenium. This is going to install Selenium for you. So to do this, you can do it right here in Jupyter Notebook. You can do an exclamation mark and say pip install undetected -Chrome driver, like that. Okay. And so what this is going to do is this is going to install the actual package. As you can see, I've already installed it. And then as well, you need to make sure that you have Google Chrome downloaded. So I'm using Google Chrome right here. You need to make sure that you have Chrome downloaded because it needs to actually launch a version of Google Chrome. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to import our packages. So we'll say import pandas as PD, and we're going to say import undetected _Chrome driver as UC. Okay. And then we'll say from BS4 import beautiful soup, like that. And so to start up a Chrome instance, we're going to say driver equals uc.chrome, like that, okay, with 2 parentheses. And so if you run that, what it's going to do is it's going to go and find your Google Chrome. So I'll open it up on my other one down here. Okay, so I opened up this Google Chrome right here. And it might say that it's downloading like a Chrome driver version if you've never run this before. But basically what this is this is now a Google Chrome that we can control from code. Okay. And so let's go ahead and I'll show you how you can actually go to a site or go to this URL. So go ahead and copy this URL. We're going to be looking at some 2023-24 Champions League stats. And then in code, okay, we're going to say driver.get and then paste in that URL. So now if I run that, you can come back here and you can kind of see what happens. So it's going to take you through the whole process. It might make you click that verify that you're a human button. But basically now we have gone to this URL with the code. And the problem is you're going to have a lot of ads when you're running Selenium just because you usually don't have your Chrome, like if you have like ad blockers. So that's just one thing to take into account. But we are now going to use that Chrome driver to scrape this actual table right here. Okay. So to do that, we'll head back over to our Jupyter notebook. And so now all we need to do is we're going to use that driver and take essentially the page source. And so it's just going to take all the HTML that's currently loaded on the driver, and we can pass that in to a pandas data frame and kind of scrape the page using pandas to get a data frame of that table. Okay. So we want to get this table right here. So the way to do this is we're going to say df equals pd.read_html, like that. Okay. And we'll say driver.pageSource, okay? And then the way we tell it what table we want to scrape, because as you can see, we have this table right here, And then down here, we also have another table right there. So the way that we tell it what table we want to scrape, if you right click and then you go to inspect, and then we're going to use this little inspector, and you can come and click just on the table. And you can see over here we have an actual table element right here. We have a table HTML code. And what it has is it has this ID equals stats squads standard 4. Okay. So what this is this the ID or the identifier of this table. So what we do is we use these IDs to identify what table we want to scrape. So we'll go ahead and we will copy that. So you can just right click on it, copy it. And then we're going to come back over here. And in this same read HTML function, we're going to say attrs equals, and then in curly braces in a dictionary, say ID as the key, and then the value is going to be this stats squads standard 4. Okay, so just make sure you just have that, and then you keep the quotations around it, and then you finish it off with a parenthesis at the end. So if you run that, it'll say it ran successfully. And so what this is going to do is it's going to scrape all the tables it can identify on this actual page. And so it's going to return a list. And so you actually need to put brackets 0 because we want the first element of this list. And so now that returns our data frame. So if we say df.head like that, we now have a data frame with that all of that different information. And you can see that the column names are a little messed up. And so to fix that, all we're going to do is we're just going to rename the column names. And so we'll just say df.columns equals, and then in brackets, and we'll do an underscore, and you can say dot join call dot strip like that for call in df.columns dot values. Okay, so that's just basically going to, this is a multi-level column name. It's kind of, or it's like a multi-indexed column name. It's kind of weird that they do it this way. But basically, they've set up their site a little bit differently than just like a standard site. So if you run that, and then you can run df.head again, now you can see we just have one row with the column names. And so it makes it a little bit easier to analyze. And so that is how we can scrape fbref.com. Very simple, and it's easy to help get around that Cloudflare blocking. And so now let's say that we want to get the other table. So if we were here, we come back, and as you can see, there's this other table with all of the player stats. So we can come down here and we can click on this. We can repeat the process, and we'll say, okay, the table, and then it has this ID stats standard right here. And so if I come back into my Jupyter Notebook, I can just say player stats, okay, equals pd.read HTML. And then I want to say driver.page source, okay. And then I'm just going to say attributes, so attrs equals, and then ID and stats standard like that. And then I want to just get the 0 item on the list, so the first item on the list. So that scrapes that. And then if I just say player stats.head, okay, so there we go. Now I have all the player stats as well. And then I can just rename the columns if I want, and we're good to go. And so that is it for scraping fbref.com, and I will see you in the next video.